Games are passing by. Hold your hands up high. Mighty games are passing by. I'm off the sound. We really knock 'em out. I'm off the sound. We really knock 'em out. Stinking Boston! Damn games on the shit! It's stinking Boston! Damn games on the shit!
Boom! Greetings from YouTubeville. Once again, Danny Savage, Draft Guru. If you like the video, subscribe, give it a like, hit the hyper button. Also, click on the notifications so you know I go live. Charlene Evans, how you doing? Happy New Year. Thank you so much for jumping in the chat. Listen, man, I am a fan of football in general. I like Ohio State. I do like Ohio State a lot, but deep down inside, I am a Hurricane fan because when I was a kid growing up, Jimmy Johnson. That's why I started watching Jimmy, followed him throughout his career, and it was just the attitude. The attitude that he played with a chip on their shoulder, bro. We'll see tonight. So now listen, we're going to be talking about see if Miami's defense can slow down Jeremiah Smith. Yeah, Jeremiah Smith is a cheat code. He really is, man. Next 2027 draft, I do not know how Jeremiah Smith does not go number one overall. I know in years past, the previous highest drafted wide receiver was Megatron, but 2027 draft, Jeremiah Smith is the safest pick, and he's a freak. And I get Randy Moss vibes when I look at him because as a true freshman, he could have played in the NFL, that kid. Tonight's game, you're going to be looking at 20 draft prospects on the field. And when I say 20 draft prospects, don't be shocked if you see 20 players from tonight's game get drafted. And I said that much, much earlier on another Cowboys blog podcast. I said, don't be shocked you see 20 people tonight. So we're going to start up top with the Miami Hurricanes. All right. This kid, oh, man, this is the one kid that scares me, man. Carson Beck for the U, quarterback. Georgia, he transferred from Georgia. Listen, every kid I'm giving you, I've given already. I started dropping players May the 4th. I'm over 360 players already on the way to 750 with tape on them. All these kids I've given you before with numerous videos and tape. Carson Beck, I'm not a fan. He's either going to win the game or he could lose the game, or don't be shocked if Miami tries to use their monster offensive line to pound the ball. They got also Mark Fletcher, running back, big kid, 6'2", 235. He's a big kid. Don't be shocked. He pretty much, I know the last second touchdown, the true freshman, but he just, the way he ran the ball against A&M, if it wasn't for that, Miami's not winning that game. Not at all, man. Final four: Miami, Georgia, Alabama, Oregon. Oregon's going. This is just me. Oregon's going to destroy Texas Tech. I can see Alabama upsetting Ohio State. I can. This is just my 2 cents means nothing. I like Alabama beating Indiana because Alabama is getting healthy finally, and Alabama got some big dudes on the defensive line that were banged up during the season and are healthy now. And then I like Georgia beating Old Miss. Those are my four. Those who I would pick with. Prop. Look, see what see what that's paying. Straight up. See what that's paying. So the key to tonight's game, it's like any game. Tonight's game is gonna come down to Miami's offensive line versus Ohio State's defensive line. And I said it back in May. I have four draftable guys on Miami's offensive line. We're gonna start with it's a coin flip for my number one right tackle, but it's either gonna be Miami's right tackle, Francis Muaga, 6'6, 340, straight up Masher or Jennings Dunker from Iowa. But it's a coin flip. But at right tackle, they got Francis Muaga, the U, straight up beast. Inez Cooper, right guard. Yo, the kid's like 6'5, 350, 360. Straight up mauler. These are players I dropped in May, June. James Brockemeyer, center. He's a day 3 pick. It's ironic. Everyone now, everyone's talking about the U's left tackle, Markel Bell, 6'9, 340. Before I dropped him back in May, before the season started. Oh no, he's too big. He can't play. Blah blah blah. That. What did he do to Morse? No, the Texas A&M kid that everyone loves that I'm not a fan of. Like I said, I'm hyped right now, man. The Texas A&M linebacker that everyone has going in the first round. He with his 30-inch arms, and Markel Bell just neutralized him. Markel Bell has to stay lower. I can see Markel Bell staying more right tackle in the NFL, but it doesn't matter. I saw him as a player in May. Now people are talking about him. Oh, everyone wants him now. Listen, man, it's going to come down to that group. And I'm only talking about draft eligible people. Now, Miami, when we talk to defense, Ruben Bain, 6'3, 270. I believe he's more of a 3-4 outside linebacker-ish type of guy, not your prototypical 3-down, 4-3 edge. No, Jacob Rodriguez is linebacker from Texas Tech, man. See, now I'm pissed off. I can't think of the kid's name. Morse was is A&M's running back. It's pissing me off. Hold on a second. I'll find it in a second. But he neutralized him. I'm not a fan of the kid. He's in my books that I dropped, but I dropped yeah, nah, hold on a second. Hold on one second. Hold on. I'm not opening up my books. Cassius Howell. There you go. And I got a great friend by the name of Cassius. I just couldn't think of his name. Yo, Markel Bell shut down Cassius Howell last week. Cassius Howell has 30-inch arms. Markel Bell has like 39-inch arms. It's ridiculous. When he walks, his knuckles scrape. Just pushed him out, man. Just played with him. Francis Muaga played with him last week. So now, like I said, we're going on the defense. Ruben Bain. He's a beast. I consider him more of like a 3-4 outside linebacker, if that makes any sense. Because he's like a tweener with his size, 6'3", 270. Me, just personally, I'm old school. I like my NFL line. I like my NFL 4-3 edges, 6'5", 270, 265. I like them like that. They also got a kid, a sleeper, David Blay. He's a one tech, big kid inside for the Hurricanes. Ironically, he was a Penn State transfer, and he doesn't fit the typical Penn State one tech, David Blay. Also, then you got another cat. He's on the older side, Akeem Massador. He can play up and down the line. He's old, but you can get a contract out of him. But we're talking about tonight, he definitely will get drafted. We got 6'4", 250-pound middle linebacker Mohamed Toure. The only thing that's prevented this kid from being a star has been injuries. He's a Rutgers transfer. He transferred over. He was gonna go to Penn State, but then did it last minute. He dropped. He left Rutgers, visited Penn State, and then boom, shot right down to the U, and the U signed him. Big kid, he's a physical freak, a phenom. He just had early in his career a couple of Achilles injuries. Watch out for him. Keontae Scott, bro, safety. They're also playing a little bit of nickel. Jacoby Thomas, safety. These are people to look out for tonight. These are going to be draft prospects. Don't be shocked you see 20 kids tonight get drafted. Now, I'm just going off the top of my head, not looking at notes, not looking at nothing. And you can see how to look up a player from Texas A&M. Everyone I've dropped. Now we're talking about Ohio State. I think this game, we're only talking about draft eligible people. But for this upcoming draft, my number one wide receiver is Ohio State's Carnell Tate. By far, crazy safe pick, top 10 pick. But say it every year, the NFL, half of the NFL cannot draft. It's fantasy football for billionaires, bro. You see the kids running around, the war rooms on iPads, scrolling. Oh, look at this guy, Grandpa. Look at this guy. Carnell Tate should be the first wide receiver off the board. He shouldn't go no later than 6, 7. Just my personal opinion. Next kid, a lot of people say it coming out. I think it's a giant mistake. I personally believe he will return. Everyone's high on this kid. I don't know why. Yet I dropped him, not this year, last year, when no one knew about him, when he was at Purdue. And this kid went off at Purdue. And he's Ohio State's tight end, Max Clare. 2024, I'm like, Purdue was like 1-11. I'm like, but yet two kids kept standing out to me. And that was tight end Max Clare and an edge by the name of Will Helt, the Undertaker, who went to Clemson. So Max Clare jumped in the portal, got a bag, went to Ohio State. Between Jeremiah Smith on one side, Carnell Tate on the other side, Bo Jackson, C.J. Donaldson, the middle of that offense, the middle of the field was wide open the entire season. Me personally, I do not know why Ryan Day stopped calling plays this year, and it just went to the most conservative offense I have ever saw in the history of Ohio State. And they covered, I think, maybe 3 games. It's a joke, bro. If you don't think boosters get pissed off about shit like that, they do. When they're, these guys got play money, bro. They're boosting, they're sending millions and millions of dollars. If you don't think they're throwing big money on the weekends on these games, you're a fool, man. Fiend, what's up there, OG? Thank you for jumping in chat. I told you, Oregon, go heavy. Go heavy. That's a no-brainer, man. Oregon over Texas Tech. So Max Clare, bro, he had like 200 yards, 2 TDs this season, and he's going to declare for the NFL draft. I can't see it. It is a horrendous tight end draft, in my opinion, but if the draft was tomorrow, Max Clare, off of his 2025 tape, he's not even a top 10 tight end. I personally see him coming back. You got CJ Donaldson. He was an 900 yard running back, 10 TD type of kid at West Virginia. He could have came out last year, jumped in the portal, went into Ohio State, and he basically got turned into Ohio State's goal line back. Didn't have much yardage, crazy touchdowns. Big kid. They made him lose weight at Ohio State. 6'2", they made him get down to like 230. Yo, he legit has the frame to be 245 pounds. And when he goes to the NFL, I want to see him back at around 245 pounds. Like I said, tonight we're just talking about draft-eligible players. Next is we're going to go to the defensive line. Caden McDonald, man. Giant one tech for Ohio State, right in the middle of the defense. Kid is strong, and can get up the field. Watch out for him. If the draft was tomorrow, it's going to be a crazy draft, bro. It's going to be crazy. This draft first round is going to be dominated by defensive linemen, linebackers, a lot of wide receivers, maybe one running back, 2 quarterbacks, maybe. But so many teams can draft. Who knows, man? You're always going to get those 2 or 3 picks where you're going to be like, what? Everyone's going to laugh their ass off. Another kid, Old Miss transfer, local kid. I seen this kid play in high school. Ohio State defensive tackle, Tyrone Malone. I don't know what made him go to Old Miss. My opinion, Eli Manning, ba-boom, gave him some money under the table. But there was also this kid, he's a defensive tackle, Tyrone Malone. He's more of a 3-tech. As crazy as it sounds, this kid is such a good athlete. This kid was an all-state baseball player in high school his senior year. Don't ask me what position. I don't know anything about. I don't know nothing about baseball, basketball, hockey, none of that shit. Ask me anything you want about football. But Tyrone Malone is, I don't know what, but phenomenal athlete. Supposedly, Old Miss was the only college that said, we'll let you play football and baseball, yet he never played it down at baseball at Old Miss, transferred to Ohio State. He's been singing the field this year. He'll be a sneaky day 3 pick this year. Another sneaky pick, Kenyatta Jackson. Bro, this kid, he's like 6'5", 260, looks skinny. Edge. He's not even all filled out yet. He has a frame that you can add another 20 pounds. He's like this Kenyatta Jackson, edge. He's probably about 4% body fat, shredded, ripped. That's the mad scientist in me. I see a kid like him, and I'm like, 20 pounds. Let's throw him an edge. All right, another big kid everyone's talking about. He's everyone's favorite, and that's Arvell Reese. Started off 1 year wonder, so my ears go up, and my ears are big enough to begin with. 1 year wonder, started off crazy hot, slowed down big time towards the end. Maybe the last 6 games, he slowed down. Last 5 games. Last 5 games, you barely knew he was out there. The defense, what happened was offenses started chipping him more, stuff like that. Me personally, I see him as an outside linebacker or an edge. To me, he's not an inside linebacker. He's not. He's not. So I do think he might have some growing pains. I do think he needs more size. Do I think he's a 3-down edge in the NFL? As of right now, no. Can he be? Yes. But as of right now, when these 30-year-old grown-ass men are going to put their hands on you and lock you down, I do not see him right now as a 3-down edge in the NFL. And he's probably going to be, he won't get out of the top 4, 5 of Reese. This kid, the next kid I'm going to talk about, is probably one of the safest picks coming off of Ohio State, besides Cornell Tate. And that is linebacker Sonny Styles. Listen, people, it starts genetics. His dad played in the NFL. He went to Ohio. Sonny Styles, 6'4", almost 6'5", 250. He's not done growing. He came to Ohio State as a safety. Kept growing. This is only his second year playing linebacker. And yet, he was my linebacker 1. Ask me when, who? Back in May. He was my LB1. What's the worst he can be this draft? LB2? The worst? Because Reese is going to go ahead of him? How do I get lucky so much, man? Nobody had Sonny Styles that high back in May. But I did. I think he's a safe pick. He played safety when he came to Ohio State. He can cover the tight ends. He can even, don't be shocked, cover running backs coming out of the backfield. Between the tackle box, he is a thumper. He showed it against Indiana. Bro, he, in my opinion, I think Styles is a safer pick than Arvell Reese. Why, might you say? And that's because Arvell Reese was a 1-year wonder and slowed down. Now, if Arvell Reese comes out tonight and has 6 sacks, I will shoot him up there. Next, Caleb Downs. I am not as high on Caleb Downs as everyone else is, because he much better 2024 tape by far. Average size, average speed. Well, actually, he's not even playing tonight, so I'll take them out of there. He said, "Nah, I'm not playing," so I take him out. Now, don't be shocked. In his place, you're going to hear his name. Well, this is Sonny Styles' brother, Lorenzo Styles. He was at Notre Dame. Basically, Lorenzo Styles, Sonny Styles' brother, was at Notre Dame as an athlete. Played wide receiver, played safety, played kick returner, played punt returner, was there a couple years, transferred to Ohio State. Ohio State moved him at safety. But now this is a kid. To me, he's an athlete. He can play safety. He can play wide receiver. He can be a kick returner. He can be a punt returner. When you can do a lot of things for a team is going to take you. He is going to be a late round gem. I want anyone to look around and see if anywhere have you heard anyone say Lorenzo Styles' name. No, they just say Sonny Styles' name, his brother. I mean, he's 10 times better than Sonny Styles. But I'm going to compare the Lorenzo Styles to the kid came out 2 years ago from Iowa that the Philadelphia Eagles took. Who I'm having a mental blank for. And the second, he went in the second round. He's dating Nikki Bella he's like 22, dating a 45-year-old with a kid. Hey, God bless him, bro. You'll get what you can get. As soon as I end this video, it'll come to me because I did the exact same thing the other day. He's a poor man's that kid. He's an athlete, this kid, Lorenzo Styles. Yet I haven't seen anyone but me talk about him. Then I'm going to butcher this kid's first name. He's Ohio State's cornerback, Ignatius Davidson. I butchered his first name, butchered it. Me personally, I would not go near him. People are looking at him as a second, third round pick. In 2024, I believe he had 19 penalties. They make him practice. They make him practice with boxing gloves on. It's a great technique. And that's an old technique that offensive line coaches use their offensive linemen not to hold. But they make him practice with boxing gloves on because all he does is hold. And 2024, strictly a penalty machine. 2025, he got a little bit better. Don't be shocked. You see Miami's young freshmen that are going to stretch the field. Don't be shocked. They target this kid tonight. And all you're going to see is flags. I would not go hear them. I would not go hear him. So let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I mentioned 24 names tonight. And I just want to make sure I didn't miss them. Keontae Scott, safety for the U, and Jacoby Thomas, safety for the U. I just want to make sure I don't know if I mentioned them or not. So I just mentioned 24 names. You're going to see at least 20 of these kids get drafted, man. But what do I know? We'll see come the end of the draft. In my opinion, tonight's game is going to come down to Miami's offensive line versus Ohio State's front seven. That's tonight's game, man. I'm going to be honest with you. Because Ohio State's offensive – you notice I didn't mention one Ohio State offensive lineman. Ohio State's offensive line is horrendous. They have like 5 left tackles. They switched everybody around like a week before the season started. They had some injuries. I am not a fan at all of anyone on Ohio State's offensive line. So tonight's game is going to come down to the U's O-line versus Ohio State's D-line. Charlene, thank you for jumping in the chat. OG, thank you for jumping in the chat, man. Listen, OG, once again, Oregon, man. Think of me, bro. Oregon is going to light up Texas Tech. Light them up. I'm just saying, hypothetically, we'll see what I would go. Just throw it out there. Me personally, what do you got to lose? And it's paying great. You Georgia, Alabama, Oregon. Be light. Don't go straight out. Don't even take the points. Because I think I said 2 underdogs. But what do I know? We'll see. Thank everybody. But listen, everyone here, I gave you months ago. I'm at 360 draft prospects as of now. By April 1st, I'll be at 750 draft prospects plus 50 sleepers. I'm backed up. My back's been killing me. I had to go for a shot this morning, so I'm a little bit. So and the crazy part was the shot made it worse, man. I'm like, you go to the doctor, think it's gonna get better, and the doctor made me worse, man. I'm in worse pain. But hopefully that'll go away. Yo, be careful tonight if you're on the road, man. Tonight's amateur night. Listen, St. Patrick's Day, amateur night. Cinco de Mayo, amateur night. Be careful, bro. If you're out on the road tonight, be careful. All the drunks are going to be out on the road tonight. Yo, stay home with your family, man. Watch some football. It's safer. It's amateur hour. Memorial Day weekend, amateur hour. July 4th weekend, amateur hour. Labor Day weekend, amateur hour for going out. I'm an old man. When I was young, I never went out New Year's Eve. You know why? Every weekend was New Year's Eve for me. But be careful going out, man. Happy New Year to everybody. Everyone that's rocked with me, and 2026, we're just starting, man. We are just starting. And I'm a scrapper. I call people out. All these so-called like professionals, I'm like, yo, let's compare my guys to your guys. They won't do it. They won't do it. There's one more week in the NFL. And then all the rookies who shined, even all the rookies on the practice squad, I'm going to take about a week and I'm going to smoke everyone. Because we all know when you're rocking with the GWO, because I'm the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Have a happy New Year's, everybody. Peace out. Be safe.